Hello to you, my Mitrandil and Bhatrandil. So I just came out of the gym. I did my shoulder workout, and the summary for today. What I'm going to talk about for today. The main topics are what happened to my job search. So the first job that I got in Reading, I have to go for a face-to-face interview on Friday, and the second topic is the second job in Oxford. So for that, today I took one more test. I did a coding round for 3 hours and submitted it. And the third topic that I want to talk about is my computers the new computer that I bought, which was given to me for free after I replaced it in Amazon. What happened to that? Now it's working because I got a new Wi-Fi adapter. So that's the three things that I'm going to talk about. And also fourth thing that I'm going to talk about is my Sabio trading account, which I'm very excited about because I'm getting easily I can make $50 per day. So that means if I can make $50 per day, if I could easily make it to 150 because I'm just putting like 1/5 of my money into that. So that's the summary for today. So now let me start with the first topic, which is the job that I've got in Reading. So it's not yet sure. It seems like it's not yet sure whether I've got the job or not, because on Friday I have to go and meet them and talk to them for a face-to-face interview. And so maybe it's not really a complete guarantee that I'll get the job. So I don't know. She said, I think the recruiting agent who is based in Spain, she said that they're very positive about it and things like that on Monday. But I don't yet know whether they are very positive about it or not. So that's the reason I have to go on Friday to the office and meet with all the people, and they will tell me whether I should join them or not. So hopefully it's maybe a 50-50 chance I'll get it or I'll not get it. So in any case, I am still working on my second. So the second topic I want to talk about today is the second job, which is based in Oxford. So that is a very long process, because first I had a recruiter call, first round. He was happy, and then he asked the two technical people to do a technical round interview with me, which was just asking me about simple things about Java. So that's almost half an hour of discussion about what I know, what I don't know. It's just a very broad discussion about So this is the third round which I did today, which is a technical round, and that's about 3 hours of coding. So I have to do a coding application. I have to create a student registration system. So for that, what I did was I looked up. Yesterday I got the information from the recruiter that this is the coding test. So I just looked up on ChatGPT, and I gave ChatGPT the description on what I want. And amazingly, ChatGPT was able to give me a complete solution to the problem. And I just 1 hour before my test, I looked it up, and I got a complete idea about what I should be doing, what I should not be doing, and things like that. So from that, I had a very good idea about what I should be doing. So I simply could complete it in 3 hours. But yeah, I could have probably done it faster. Basically, it's like a terminal application. So you just enter the student's name, student's course, and then you enter, and then it saves the student's ID, student's course, and then it also saves that data into a file on the computer. And then when it loads again, it will reload from all the data that you created when you first logged in. So I could do almost the entire application, but the last 10th step was to save it in the file and then reload from the file. That part I was not sure whether it's working, but I could just test once, and then I was finishing at 3 hours. So I submitted the work. I didn't want to make it too late, because I submitted it like 3 minutes late, so it should still be okay. So overall I was testing my application and seeing what was happening, what was going wrong, what was going right. So yeah, I had a good time learning some stuff. So it's not just about passing this test, it's also about the things that I am learning. I learned something from this, and even if I fail, I always feel like even after an interview, I fail an interview, the test that I took, the lessons that I learned will be very important for me because they will be etched in my memory, and I can answer it right next time. If I learned the lessons the first time, I will always remember it. So it's just a matter of how many times you fail. So failing is not good, failing is not bad, failing is good. So coding tests, yeah, coding tests can be very difficult. If you look at the American system, they've got a lot of other stuff like algorithms and data structures like quicksort and all those basic stuff in that I learned in my engineering, which was quicksort, bubble sort, find the largest number in a set or things like that. Yeah. So there's a lot of sorting algorithms which are very difficult to learn, sometimes difficult to remember. I don't even know one single sort algorithm. I just looked up quicksort the other day, and it seems very complicated, and it's very simple, but at the same time it's very complicated. So sorting algorithms, in fact this quicksort was invented in 1959 by a British scientist, a British computer engineer, and it's amazing that yeah, all these algorithms obviously were invented in the last 50 to 100 years. So it's yeah, that's something I found very interesting. So learning about the history of these algorithms itself is very interesting for me, because before that nobody knew this, and now everybody acts like they know everything about algorithms. So just to make these people, because all these topics are very scary, but if you look at the idea of how these topics came up in the world, like how did they originate, if you try to find out all these scary topics, the origin of these scary topics, they are always in some simple things, like why did they come up with this idea. If you get the same motivations in your head, then you will have the motivation to learn. But if you are trying to impress people with how fast you can do quicksort, how fast you can do that, how fast, who does it first, that competitive mindset makes me very depressed, and I don't like that rat race kind of idea. I like the inventive kind of person, but I don't like the competitive person. That's a nasty streak that we have in this today's software engineering world, or even people who think that if they do something faster than the others, then that explains everything, that they are better in somehow. But it's not like that. There are very smart people who don't give a shit about your algorithms, and I'm pretty sure if you ask Bill Gates, he probably doesn't know many of the Java, or he probably doesn't know many programming languages. It doesn't mean that he's a stupid idiot. If you ask Mark Zuckerberg about some Java questions, maybe he doesn't know that. So it's all about how you have the inventive power, and how you try to solve the daily problems through your originality, and try to find solutions to problems, and appreciate that in people. And also, yeah, the idea of discovery is much more important. And it's not about telling people I know 100 languages, and then telling them that I know all the programming languages, I know 10 programming languages, and then, I mean, it's a good thing to know many programming languages, but that don't try to like show it off to people. And just if you have that passion, then that's good. It's good that you have the passion, but maybe share the passion to people instead of trying to scare them or trying to use the power against people. That's something I learned from today's test. So on Friday I'll have the third round of this same company, where they will discuss about what I submitted them, and that would be interesting to learn, because I know that I am a bit sloppy in some of my code. So they'll probably discuss about why I did this and why I did that, and so that would be good to know. In overall, I was quite happy with this coding exercise, and if the next round is successful on Friday, I might get another round of a HR round where they ask about personal questions, maybe like what. So in that case, I might get a second job, in which case I can do some kind of juggling of the two jobs and see which one is better. Because if they play the game with me, then of course I can also play the game with them. So that's it's always that's how the market works. That's the job market. You have to know what to demand from the market. You have to know what the market can offer you, and you have to know what's your. It's not about your own personal abilities. It's also about what the market can offer you, because the market right now is so much in demand for software engineers that when the demand increases, you have to obviously increase the price, and also you have to look at all the other software engineers who are earning their salaries and compare your salary to them, and that's how the market works. You can't just say, okay, I don't know much, so I'll only ask for half the amount. It's not like that. You have to look at the market. You have to look at the demand, and then you have to look at how much they really are eager to take you. I can see that when you are a software engineer, they are eager to take you, and they are a bit respectful to you. They're not always even if they kick you out of the company, they are not doing it like no, you're kicked out, something like that. They'll tell you, okay, I'll give you 6 months, and I'll pay you 1 month's salary for free or something. And then so they have a lot of respect for you, and they know that even if they kick you out, it's not because they don't like you anymore. It's mainly because they recognize that you are probably trying to get something better. And the bosses, they are very smart, so don't underestimate them. So they will always look at your reaction to reaction to things, or they're always watching you. They know what you're worth, and if they think you are worth, if you're overqualified, they will try to kick you out as well. So they will do that in a nice way in the software industry, like they'll give you 6 months. Sometimes Google software engineers are given 6 months salary for free or something. That's really amazing. I think that's because in America there's no such system like a safety network for people if they lose their jobs. But let's say in the UK, you always have this universal credit and all those things like social welfare and things like that. Even if you are a mother and you are taking care of your children, you get social welfare in this country, in the UK. So women don't really care about marriage. They don't care about boyfriends. You are worthless because of that. As a man, if the government gives the women the power to make their own living, if they have children, they don't need to worry about money. The government gives you money for raising the children. Then the man is basically useless. It's simple. It's just an animalistic nature of human beings. If you have something, then you don't give a shit about other people. So that's the reason American women are very much interested in getting married. They are more gold diggers, and that's the same reason that in the Eastern cultures, people want to have strong marriage mentality. It's because the woman has to take care of. Woman can't take care of herself if there's no man to earn the livelihood. So the culture has become more like a union. It's like a union of in a factory. So the society is more like a factory now. And if, let's say, the factory union, let's say the women's union is like a factory union, so they will try to make a union out of women, and they say, okay, we are in charge of our own body parts. We give birth to the children, and it's our right. And if you want to abort the children, it's our right. So it's like the union. It becomes a union. So society becomes a union when people are People have, yeah, it's, if you consider a society like a factory, um, and the same with, for example, in the UK, let's say we will give you free money for all the women if you have children. Then women are going to have children. If they don't give if the government doesn't say you have to be married or not, then the women are just going to go outside on the streets, have the kids, and get pregnant. They don't care which man or what race, or they might even discover new races who they really like. So that's a simple thing. And but in a system where the women are controlled, then obviously they have to like the main dominant race, and the the main man of the race will be the majority race. So obviously it's something like that. So the union, the social factory, that's, and all those things, the gender as a construct and all those things, they are created by the social factory. And of course government is also created by the society. Government is like the head or the boss of the society. So the boss gives the factory union some benefits. So that's what we are looking for in different countries. That's what we call as a culture. It's a loose phenomenon. It's not, culture is a loose phenomenon, but it holds the person very strongly in the mind. I don't know, it controls everything. The culture controls everything, because the culture also kind of traps religion into it. So religion dictates what you have to do, what you should not do. So that's how the culture is more like a factory. Religion is also another part of the factory. Let's say religion is like a uniform in your factory, let's say. So that's something about my second job that I had today. Yes, and the third one is my computer. Yeah, so I had two hard disks. The first hard disk was so I bought two, I had two computers. I have two computers now. One is a mini computer which I bought for £100. The other one is a big 500 GB 16 GB RAM computer, which is from Amazon as well, but I had returned that to Amazon because that was faulty. I could not connect to the internet. So I got a free one because I returned it so fast, and I also gave a negative review. I got a free one from them, and when I got the free one, I saw that it was again not connecting to the internet. So instead of, I removed the negative review. So I didn't know what to do with this new computer that I've got, which is very good specification, but it doesn't have internet. So I thought, let me try to fix this somehow, and I bought a simple Wi-Fi adapter and connected it. It was just £10, and amazingly it connected to the internet amazingly, and now I have a perfectly working computer. Although the Wi-Fi adapter does not connect to Linux yet, because there is no proper driver for Linux. Yes, so I've got two computers now. It's just amazing. I feel really good. I think it feels really good when you have so many computers at your house, that like you have so much space to save your data, and like the GB, it's like 500 GB of two hard disks. One hard disk is 50 GB, 250 GB, and the other one is 500 GB. I could actually do so many things with that. I was actually thinking of hosting my own local server, which will be which can create some on which I can load some apps which I've created myself, and I can connect it to the internet. So I can host it directly to the internet from my local computer. I thought it was a cool idea, and I think a lot of people were saying that on the internet, that you could do such things. And instead of going to the cloud and asking AWS to give me this much per month, or this much, paying them $5 per month or $10 per month, or getting extra charges for some unknown costs. If you run those apps on your own computer, you got 500 GB on your computer. Instead of using someone else's computer, that's basically what is cloud. Cloud is using someone else's computer. And you are using your own computer, which is your own cloud. So basically create your own cloud, put it on the internet, and that's what you call as a cloud. So I was thinking of that, and I think it's a very good idea. I could host maybe many apps on it. For 500 GB I could create so many apps and put it on the internet. It would be quite interesting. I'm thinking about that. It's an ongoing experiment, and I will go through that, and I will look up some ideas on how I can do that. But recently I also got a free website on the internet called pythonanywhere.com, and on that you can actually host your own Python applications for free. Like if it's not a very high demand application, you can easily host it for free. You'll get a website called yourname.pythonanywhere.com. So I got that. I created a Hello World application, and now I can see that my name Rajesh Tishanay, that name dot pythonanywhere.com is now online, and I can see that I can put easily all my Python apps on it, and it will immediately be hosted, and I've also got my own name on it. So it's simple as that. So I can host my Python apps on that one. There's a lot of different free cloud hosting apps now, which, for example, deta.com, deta.com, and there's another one called, I tried deta.com, but there was some configuration issue. I could not use deta.com. Then I tried pythonanywhere.com. It works amazingly well, but it's only for Python. But I don't have any problems with using Python. I can easily host and create an app in Python and use it. Python is a pretty good one for creating apps. Python, I have some apps which I can actually put on that now. I've already created some, and then I've got some couple of AI models I can use, and I can put them on that. I can test that. So that's the other good news that I have. And the last piece of stuff that I wanted to talk about is my Sabio account. Forex account is going well, I would say, because now I can easily look at M pattern, W patterns, and simple patterns. I can see it's a Forex account. That's the only thing I can do, because I can't really imagine doing anything much more complicated than that. I should probably try the Bollinger Band strategy, which is given by a guy called Denislav Dantev. He's a Bulgarian guy who lives in America, who is probably making like millions of dollars in this using this Bollinger Band strategy, and also he's using a Fibonacci retracement strategy. That's also another interesting one, but his strategies are usually much longer, like takes a whole month, and that's why I can't do that on Sabio. Sabio I can do only one day or within 4 or 5 days, so I have to look at that. So my work is going well. I've got a little bit of stuff to do, and I'll submit it within this week. But since I'm going to Reading on Thursday, I will be taking a day off on Thursday, and I'm not really, that's it. And apart from that, what else can I say about my investing account? Is going well. Alibaba and the two Chinese companies have to start getting better, because they are down by 10% and 15 or 20%. So it's starting to rain now, so I'll end my talk. I will talk to you tomorrow.